Welcome to the very first edition of Black Tie Lunchbox. I'm KJ.
And I'm J. Timothy Quirk. Black Tie Lunchbox is your local lunchtime companion. Now, what do we mean by that phrase, lunchtime companion? Does that mean that you can't watch the program at 6 p.m. at night? Or at 8 a.m. over your oatmeal? Or at 2 a.m. if you're looking for something to put you to sleep? All of those options can be yours, because this program will be available on the internet. Yes, the internet. Ask your doctor if the internet is right for you. The reason why we have the local lunchtime companion is because I'm a working class guy, and when I'm lucky to have lunch, it's 30 minutes. So we value what 30 minutes of time looks like and feels like. So we want to make sure that our program has entertainment and information within those 30 minutes that we think that you will enjoy.
That's right. And I'm a working class girl, and 30 minutes is all I need.
So ask your doctor if those 30 minutes are right for you. Now, Black Tie Lunchbox celebrates the Nutmeg State, Connecticut. Now we're going to travel town by town. We're going to meet some extraordinary people, visit extraordinary communities, and we are going to enjoy sharing those moments with you. And what better way to celebrate Connecticut, the Nutmeg State, than to have our first episode ever take place in Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why is because when you step outside your environment, you get a new perspective, and that's exactly what we did. We met some wonderful people with ties to Connecticut while we were in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. And our first interview was with Nashville recording artists Lucinda Rowe and Mike Connolly.
That was an extraordinary experience.
Great.
So happy for that. Our second interview, which you'll see today, is with visual artist John Bader. Now, John Bader is renowned for his depictions of local eateries across the American landscape.
And John Bader was delightful, and he was gracious enough to invite us into his home.
That was such an opportunity.
Unbelievable.
Our third interview is with somebody who's on television.
That's right, with Tim McDonald from the show Nashville.
So all of those interviews are so great, and they're bookended by JTQ moments. The first about history, and the last one about music, because Nashville is the music city. And there's even an interview there with Peter Gallinari, who's an extraordinary keyboardist.
Yes.
So we hope that you enjoy this program, our first program for Black Tie Lunchbox.
That's right, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Nashville is not only Music City, but it is steeped in American history. Let's learn more about that now. We'll focus today on presidential history. This War Memorial Auditorium was built in 1925 and hosts special events and concerts. Richard Nixon, John F. Kennedy, and Lyndon Johnson all spoke here. 3 presidents came from Tennessee: Andrew Jackson, James Polk, and Andrew Johnson. At the Tennessee State Museum, you can find more information about all 3 presidents from the volunteer state. Founder of the modern Democratic Party, Andrew Jackson was the 7th President of the United States. Old Hickory, as he was called, was the first president to invite the public to the inauguration. He fought what he considered rule by the rich, dismantling the Second Bank of the United States. He initiated political reforms and advocated for the abolishment of the Electoral College. In considering his legacy, it should be noted that he was also a slave owner, and he signed and enforced the Indian Removal Act, which led to the Trail of Tears. There is no denying Andrew Jackson was an extremely influential and consequential president, and his effect on the nation was so great that historians refer to this time frame in American history as the Age of Jackson. Andrew Jackson joined this Presbyterian church in Nashville, but he isn't the only president with ties here. James Polk was inaugurated as governor here. James Polk pledged to serve only one term if elected president. When he became the 11th President of the United States, he stood by his word. During his one-term presidency, he annexed Texas and established an independent treasury. He was the commander-in-chief during the Mexican-American War, resulting in Mexico's ceding of the California and New Mexico lands to the United States. President Harry S. Truman once wrote of President Polk that he was A great president said what he intended to do and did it. After President Lincoln's assassination, Andrew Johnson became the 17th President of the United States. Like Polk, Johnson was a former governor of Tennessee and did not serve a second term. His presidency was contentious. He opposed the 14th Amendment to the United States, including the citizenship of former slaves, and he was impeached by the House of Representatives. After he left the presidency, he was elected to the Senate representing Tennessee, the only former president to serve in the Senate after holding the higher office. From the superb War Memorial, you can walk across Legislative Plaza to the Tennessee State Capitol building. Behind me is the state capitol of Tennessee. Designed by renowned architect William Strickland, the impressive structure is a treasure trove of history. There are busts of Jackson, Johnson, and portraits of all three former presidents from Tennessee. The administrative offices of the governor are here. The workplace of the legislative branch of government, the House of Representatives, and the Senate, and the former Supreme Court chambers are here. The public is welcome to visit the Capitol and take a tour. Free walking tour brochures are available. It is a wonderful location to get one's bearing on the great state of Tennessee and the city of Nashville.